Hi guys, this is Gianna, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my Etruscan tomb model. So for this specific example of a single Etruscan tomb, I used the image Tumuli in Benetasian Necropolis from Cemetery, Italy. I wanted to mimic the colors of the tombs, so I used a deep colored orange sand block because it is similar in color to the one in photo, and the Etruscans as well use sand blocks to craft their tombs. I also used mud bricks to imitate the roof in the photo, just as the Etruscans used bedrock to create these domes. I wanted to mimic the surrounding area of this Etruscan tomb, so I added all these grass and bushes and leaves that circulate or just cover different areas of tomb, because in the image we can see the foliage that grows surrounding it. And I also added many stones and sticks and a lot of dry grass, trying to really capture the look of the historic tomb that's only just been found. So here is a full image circle of the roof, which is what would have been made from bedrock, and the walls out of sandstone. Because many Etruscans were not permitted to bury their dead within the city walls, they had to resort to different solutions. This was burying their dead outside the walls in burial tombs, such as the one I've made. And unlike mine, theirs would have had many large tombs, one even exceeding over 130 feet in diameter and 50 feet high in height. There was a network of tombs leading to the name Necropolis, which translates to City of the Dead. So this means the Etruscan tumuli would have had tombs here, 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 or here.
But for now, we only have my single Etruscan tomb.
The Etruscan tombs at Cerveteri are also said to resemble the Mycenaean Thaulis tombs, specifically the treasury of Artraeus. But the Mycenaeans built their tombs with masonry blocks, while the Etruscans made theirs out of dark local limestone called tufa. Despite the resemblance to the Mycenaean tomb, the Etruscans differed through structure, material, and decor. So now here's a tour for the inside. So as you walk in, you are able to see many paintings, which I added in reference to the interior of the tomb of Argyrus Monturosi Necropolis, where the walls depict a scene of people participating in funerary games like a fight. This was to honor the deceased. Much artwork created by the Etruscans display heavy emotion, animated figures, distinct expressions, and this can all be seen to have been adapted from the Greek style of archaic artwork. Also, a key feature is the store here I've placed, which was something that seemed to be symbolic to the Etruscans, which was the entrance to the underworld. Now, as you can see here, I've heavily decorated the tomb with many items, just as the Etruscans did, to resemble the world of the living. One way I've decorated this like the Etruscans is this cauldron, which is a toilet, and this glass, which is a mirror, and these were commonly used in tombs since they were mimicking the living. I also added these shields and weapons on the walls and pillars, which is a reference to the interior of the tomb of reliefs and the interior of the tomb of the shields. These tombs have painted stuccos of knives, mirrors, drinking cups, chairs, helmets, and pitchers, all decorated inside. These were all trying to convey domestic life. The Etruscans heavily celebrated their dead, so therefore the elaborate decor inside my tomb, which imitates just how Etruscans themselves would have decorated theirs. Here I added a pouch and some hay, and this is supposed to be an animal bed because Etruscan tombs also had people's companions buried with them, just as how people had pets in real life. Here in this chest we have food and a bucket, which is supposed to be a drinking cup, and this shield, armor for the people, which is supposed to be their garments. I have more knives and pickaxes for the people so they can just imitate what they use in the real life. There's another bed here and some gold water, which is like supposed to be sacred, as this is a rich family and many rich families had really decorated tombs. Here's a cauldron and some more drinking cups and gold to like represent their riches. This is a pillow, and this is another bed here, and we have another chair in the corner, and this is all just a really decorated tomb that signifies the Etruscans' way to depict the human life in their dead. When you look up, we can see here this highly decorated roof, which I made out of terracotta and sandstone, which are both common materials used by the Etruscans. This highly decorated roof is in reference to the tomb of Trislidium, and in that tomb, the walls and roof are highly decorated and painted in red and white patterns, so I decided to imitate that for my roof as well. And so this concludes my tour of my Etruscan tombs. So here's a final look of the paintings and just everything in general, all the pillars and all the decoration. And that is the end of my video. Also, quick announcement, my nose is just really stuffy right now, so that's why I sound really nosy in the entire video. Anyway, goodbye everyone.